Good morning, family, and welcome to today's Lessons for Life. Today is Thursday, November 6, 2008, and today we're actually reading in Genesis chapter 38. And as I was reading, it was very interesting. As I believe I said this before, that it's almost like reading a fiction novel or watching the soap operas on TV because there's so much going on, and it's very interesting, to say the least. But I encourage you, as always, to read the entire chapter 2 for yourself, because I'm just going to really touch on a brief point that I'm going to make about this chapter. But we're talking now in this chapter about Judah, where he's one of the sons of Jacob, and he actually left his brothers, and he's gone to stay with a friend. And he ended up marrying and having 3 sons. And the point that really stuck out to me in this chapter was towards the end of the chapter, when Judah recognizes who Tamar was and who she actually conceived or a child with. Then he makes a point and says that she was more righteous than him, because he didn't keep his word. He promised that he had told her that his youngest son would marry her, and she should basically wait for him, and Judah didn't keep his word. So out of all the things that even Tamar did, and he recognized at that point, really, that she was more righteous than him. And I think that's an interesting point to make. And I wasn't really too sure about how, because I said before that in the Word of God you can see what to do and what not to do by watching different people. So when I saw what Judah said, I said, okay, well, Judah says that she was more righteous because she didn't deceive him or tell him a lie or anything like that. But Judah wasn't so perfect himself, so I don't know if I should take this, or I need to examine it a little bit further. So I looked, and I looked further up in the chapter, and I saw where God was talking about Judah's first son, and it says that God slew him because he was evil, he was wicked, but it didn't give a reason why. But then I looked at the second son, who also God killed, basically, because he wasn't pleased with what he had done either. And I looked and I saw what he had done, because what he had did was he actually also didn't keep his word, because he went into his brother's wife to have a seed with her, as it says, and he didn't follow through with the entire process, so he didn't actually have a child with his brother's wife. So he deceived, or he didn't keep his word, because if he wasn't going to do anything, then he shouldn't have went into his brother's wife. So he went into her. He went unto his brother's wife, and he didn't keep his word. So even it says that God was not pleased with what he did. So because of that, that's why the Lord actually killed him. So that was really just confirmation of even how important it is for us to do things and to keep our word. When we say we're going to do something, don't be mischievous and do something different, and not do what we follow through the things that we say that we're going to do. Because like I said, even with that second son of Judah, he shouldn't have, if he wasn't going to do it, he shouldn't have even went in unto his brother's wife. So the Lord wasn't pleased with that, so that's why the Lord actually killed him. And the same thing now, as we learn down further on, that Judah says that Tamar was more righteous than him, because he told her that his youngest son would marry her, and he did not. So that's the lesson I got, is for Lessons for Life today, the importance of keeping your word. And really, as I was reading the story, I said, these people are going through so many different things, and I kind of found that encouraging as well too, just to know that even the things that we go through in life, it's like there's nothing that hasn't already happened before in the past. And even though I've never experienced all this stuff that they've been through, but it still kind of encourages you to say, whatever you think your mess is, there's people who've gone through messes just like yours and gotten through it, and people who've gone through messes even worse and gotten through it. So with that said, that's today's Lesson for Life, Genesis chapter 38. Create yourself a wonderfully blessed day today. Remember the lesson today of keeping your word. Keep what you say you're going to do. Go through and do it. Don't be mischievous. Don't deceive. And even like we were following, even with Jacob, it started with deception, and it's just following all the way down through the line. We see all these different deceptions back and forth. But be upfront in your dealings today, and create yourself a wonderfully blessed day, and we will talk again tomorrow.